Okay, hello and welcome to Retro Bikes Dublin. Today we're just going to go over the fifth shipment that we have from Japan. It's 42 bikes. The arrival is around the 25th of May, I believe. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you to all those who have bought from us, especially from our previous shipment, which was probably our most successful so far since 2016. So you might recognize yourself here in a few of these pictures. Moving on to the first bike then is a Honda Zoomer. It's white, 2016 or 2006 with only 16,000 kilometers on it. It has this kind of elongated seat where you can put a back box or something like that on the back of it. So most of the Zoomers are going to be the same, you know, €49 tax a year, very cheap to insure. This one just has the extra of the larger seat at the back and is probably our most popular bike that we bring over. So next is the first Kawasaki Super Sherpa that we've been able to get a hold of. It's 2004 and has 24,000 kilometers on the clock. It's in very, very good condition, as you can see from the pictures, especially kind of looking in around the exhaust area and the engine. If you try to look close, you can see there's no real corrosion, so it's been kept inside very well maintained, especially in around the back and the plastics, no yellowing or anything like that. 6-speed gearbox, so there's always a bonus. Large front and rear wheel, so great for on and off-road. Bike 3 then is our first of our TLRs. Mostly we're bringing in the 200s as our first 50, so it's priced accordingly. Only 11,000 kilometers on this reasonably clean bike. Really nice if you if you already have a TLR 200 and you're looking for your son or daughter to get involved as well in a bit of trials. So you can there see it a bit closer. Again, this is a Honda Zoomer white 2007. Again, very low mileage, 13,000 kilometers. Just standard white, no extras. This one has a brand new front and rear tire. You can do plenty to them, so I think a lot of the people that will be buying Zoomers, they want to kind of get them stock and then do whatever they want to them. Next then, bike 5 is a Yamaha XT250. It's 1981, €1,950 with 34,000 kilometers on it. As you can see, it isn't in perfect condition, but if you look at it closely, if I go to the larger pictures, it doesn't really have too much to do. If you look at the paintwork on the tank especially, which is the main thing, it's very, very good. You know, front mudguard and rear mudguard, maybe, you know, a little bit of a tidy up, and then the seat. So I think if you got a new seat on this bike, you just cleaned up the front and rear mudguard, you could probably get them painted, or you got new ones. I think the new ones you can get new ones for not too expensive, probably 150 quid for get the front and rear. You could then take off the exhaust because you can see a bit of rusting on the exhaust, and I'd clean up the exhaust, give it a good valet, and you're off to the races. I think it's actually if you're looking for an XT250, this is probably the one to get, because you know it looks rougher than it is, and it doesn't really need too much other than that. It's running perfect. We've had videos of it from Japan sent over to us of it running, and it's perfect. Next one now is 2006 Honda Zoomer. At this time, a few days after the brochure has gone out to most of you guys on Facebook, this is sold, so I won't talk too much about it. And then the next one is our first of our Cubs. So this is a C90 1997, relatively low kilometers at 21,000, €1,750. Nice green color, very, very clean. Again, look at the exhaust. You look at the overall rear of the bike. Very, very nice. Seat is original. Very clean little bike. Now on to something a bit more unusual, is the Suzuki Landy 50 1993 at €1,450. Very, very low kilometers on it. Extremely clean little bike. It has new tires front and rear. as you can see from the dash there, all very clean. You can see the exhaust, super cool, bullet style exhaust, and something different to the Cubs. Again, this is bike 9. I won't go into too much detail again because this bike is also sold. Let me check, this one is still available. Okay, C90 2012, very unusual colour, and this kind of grey. It's a square headlamp one, so it has electric start with brand new tyres front and rear, and extremely low kilometres. As you can see there, 9,226 kilometres on the clock. Very, very clean. If you look at the bottom left image here, you can see how clean it is. You see this? Very nice. Electric start, you can see the yellow electric start there. And if you want to know how to kind of tell the difference between the C50 and the C90, because they are relatively the same, not really any larger, is to look at the front mudguard. You can see these white stripe over the front mudguard, and that denotes it's a C90, and the ones that don't have them is either a C50 or a C70. Again, now we are on to another Honda Zoomer, very low kilometers this time again, white, which is my favorite color. I actually own a white Zoomer myself. This has got the elongated seat as well for a back box, or something, surfboard, whatever you want to put on the back. Now this is a very special Honda FTR, it's 2009 one, but it's absolutely brand new. It's pretty much never been ridden. It's just been pushed around, so that's the 120 kilometers. I mean, it probably has been ridden. I'm not going to fool anyone now. It's probably been ridden from here down to the end of the shop and back in some garage, but there's literally nothing on it, and you can see from the pictures it's completely genuine. All the kilometers are genuine anyway, because they're checked in Japan before they leave, and then they're checked again in Ireland when we go to register them. So as you can see, if you look closely, the bike is in mint condition, not a mark on it, brand new tyres, very, very nice. Now this C50 is C50 purple, bike 13 is sold, so I won't look at it too much, but a lucky person who got this one, because it's extremely rare to find a C50 or any Cub in this kind of a colour. Very, very rare. Not a lot of people spec this from the factory. It was more expensive to get these unusual colours from factory in this purple. Low kilometers again, but it's sold, so it's not much use to you guys watching now. So, bike 14 then, Honda C50 CDI green, deluxe edition with chrome, more chromes than the two-tone seat, 14,000 kilometers. All original bike, as you can see. Nice two-tone seat, as I said. Chrome, exhaust, all very, very, very clean. No signs of rust at all. Bike 15, I'll try kind of speed it up because I'm conscious I'm on 8.5 minutes right now for this video. So you don't want to get bored out of your mind. C90 12 volt deluxe green, again 2005, very similar to the previous bike with just a bit more kilometers on it. Again, extremely clean. C90 now, might be getting a bit confusing the amount of Cubs we have, but this is a blue one. You can see by the front, white stripe denoting it as a C90. Again, very clean. It's a square headlamp version, so it's electric start. Next bike is bike 17, Honda C50 12 volt green 2000, 20,000 kilometers. Again, extremely, extremely clean. Brand new tires front and rear. Bike 18 is sold, so I won't be going over it. Then bike 19 is the first of our little Cubs. This is in green, so these are 50cc Cubs, but they have the smaller 14-inch wheels. This one has the Cub 14 on the battery boxes on the side and where they put the toolkit, and extremely low mileage on this one, as you can see from the bottom right image. It's the 4-speed one as well, so even more rare again. 4-speed. I think it could have, if it's 4-speed, it has electric start as well. So yes, 4-speed electric start. Little Cub 14-inch wheels, extremely clean. Again, now a more unusual one. Honda Little Copa is black and silvers. First one I've seen in the black and silvers. 2000 and I think it's, oh, I have a mixture of numbers here. I can correct this if I just have a look now. Look at the sheet. 2005 bike 20. So this bike is in fact, this is a 2000 bike. It's not 2005. As you can see from the sheet that we get, 2000. From Japan. And as well, if you want to know that the mileages are correct, I'll just bring this over. This is the sheet that we get given. We have to refer this into the VRT. That gives the kilometers at 10,464, and I believe that is 10,464 at the bottom. Next bike is the Honda MD90. So these are reinforced front and rear. This is actually, first of all, we just announced that this is extremely low kilometers one. A lot of them come with, upwards of 30. It's extremely hard to get a hold of anything lower than 30 because they are used as post bikes over there, so they do get a lot of use. They do have the reinforced front and rear carriers, as well as suspension. So they're a bit nicer to ride than the C90s. A bit heavier, but they do have the power for it. And they do come standard with heated grips, taller indicators, front light and rear lights as well. This one in very good condition too. Next bike is again an MD90. I won't go over too much, it's pretty much similar but a bit more kilometers on it. And then more rare is an MD50. These are actually extremely hard to get a hold of. I think we've had one in the past. We had one in the past about 2 years ago. And again, only 12,000 kilometers on this one. It's 2007 bike too. So super clean. You can see in the exhaust. So usually try to look at the, if you look at the on the cubs, the kind of lower end of the bike where a lot of the dirt and grime and stuff will get, and you don't see any corrosion in around the engine bay or any rotting, especially on the wheels as well. The wheels are a telltale sign of a bike being mistreated or not washed regularly or serviced regularly as well. People not really caring about it. This one's all good, so no signs of that. Bike 24 is attacked, Honda attacked, but this is sold, so I won't go over it too much. Really interesting little bike. As you can see, it's kind of that Italian styling. Only 9,000 kilometers on it as well. Bike 25 then is another Honda C90 in green, 12,000 kilometers. You can take a look at it yourself here. Extremely good condition bike. Next bike is bike 26, which is sold, so I won't go over it too much. Only it's pretty much brand new. Cero 225. Next is a Honda FTR 223. This is a 2008 one, so if you're looking for one that bit less, so the previous one was 100 kilometers brand new, so it was 3250. We priced this one at 2750 with 8,000 kilometers. 2008 bike. Oops. One of the more rare ones that come with the rear back covers as well over the seat. These are usually what people like to do with these. They used to like to sticker bomb the square. As you can see there's 8,906 kilometers. Very good condition. These are really good A2 learner bikes, I think. It's really perfect. They do have a lot of punch for what they have, wherein the 223 engine is bulletproof. Bike 28 is sold. Yes, bike 28 is sold, so I won't keep on to it too long. Just a black Zoomer, low kilometers at the back with an extra box underneath it. Honda XLR Bahia 250, 1990. This is an interesting bike because it has very low kilometers and it's in very good condition. It has the classic large dual front headlights. It's a 6-speed edition as well, air-cooled front and rear disc brakes, which is always nice to have. Really nice red tank, no signs of damage either on the tank, which is really nice. And then bike 30 is a Kawasaki KX80, big wheel 1992. This is the larger wheel, so it's not the smallest of KX80s. As you can see, the engine bay extremely clean. That's why we put the picture in the bottom right, just to show you how clean the bike is. These are usually wrecked to pieces, but this one looking well. Another C50 square headlamp with a front wind guard on it. So this is an electric start version, blue, very nice condition again. Now, this is a Suzuki Volti. This is what can I say about this bike? It's just beautiful. It's built by Kent Sports. If you look them up in Japan, they're notorious race bike manufacturers. So they usually take standard bikes, they bring them in, and then they'll completely rebuild them into something like this. So this one is, yeah, so very humble to get a bike like this. Very, very hard to get a hold of. Completely handmade tank. The clip-ons as well as the full exhaust system, all handmade. As you can see, only 3,000 kilometers on the bike too. This is a handmade. The middle center picture above, if you can see it, is your left hand side of the bike. Gear selection, handmade and pushed back slightly, so you have a more aggressive riding style. Exhaust on the bottom left, clip-ons on the center bottom. Top right is the Kent's motorcycle sports custom seat that they put on this, custom tank at the bottom right. I think I have a few more pictures as well with this bike that we haven't shown here because we can only fit so many on this bike. 32, correct? Yes. So I'll just blow it up here so you can see how clean the bike is. Very, very nice. Okay, I've taken a fancy to this because it's 1996, the year I was born. So I don't know if it's even, it might be sold to me before anything else. Another very rare bike is a Honda Monkey, but in the chrome ones. We had one in gold chrome in our first ever shipment, but haven't been able to get another Monkey that we have liked in good condition. So this is a rare bike, very desirable one too. Only going up in price, guys, as well, if you're looking at keeping a bike that will go up in value in the next few years. This is something to keep hold of. A lot of people like them to invest a little bit of money into because they're very small, easy to store. You can put them around the house and you won't really notice them. Very nice tank, and the exhaust up and over. Super cool. Bike 35 is also sold, unfortunately, but this is probably, I think, the coolest bike, coolest Cove we've ever gotten, I think. Completely custom exhaust, completely custom fairings, like the Cupras, if you've ever seen a Cupra Cub, where they kind of cut off the leg guards, but especially made brown and silver. New dash, ignition coil done on them for a bit more speed. It's the 14-inch little cub wheels too, so it's lower to the ground. So I can't wait to get a hold of it and have a little spin on it before it goes out to the new customer. Honda Steed 400 this time now. These were we had one black one in the previous shipment, in shipment 4 from Japan. They were extremely sought after, so we thought of bringing in a few more. 11,000 kilometers only on this bike, 1994. Whoopsies. As you can see, it's very clean, very low kilometers, very nice. And again, another Steed. This one may look similar, but it doesn't have the black down the center. It's just all whoopsies. 36 and 37. Yeah. Two Steeds there. So, and then bike 38 is a little cub in this whoopsies, and white and blue. Can't speak. Probably the most desirable color of these 50s, little 50s, only 13,000 kilometers on it as well. Really nice side panel thing here. You can see the chrome and the beige two-tone seat. Genuine 13,575 kilometers. Very good condition. Another very special bike. This is the Honda Cub 110 2018 anniversary model. I believe this is going to be the last of the kind of old style Cubs that they're going to make, because they've come out with a new style from 2018 or 2019 onwards, with the 125 Grom engine in it. So I think this is the last of the old style Super Cubs that are going to be made. This is Honda Cub 110. It's 2018. It's an anniversary edition. It's 60 years, and since the first edition of the Cub in 1958, and it's also the anniversary of the 100 million sold as well. So this is going to be a very collectible bike, exceptionally rare, none in Ireland, that's for sure. Only a limited amount of them sold. You can see there, it's all very nice condition. It's brand new, so it's really nice. Yamaha Virago 250, not many of them over here in the country as well. You see a lot of the 125s. 125s are very popular. We've had a few of them in. People really seem to like them. But they always seem to want that bit more power, which the 250 would have. Low kilometers again, very nice condition. And now the second last bike we have is a Honda Magna 250S. So this is a 250S that only came out in 1996 for the Japanese market only. If I can pull it up here. What is a Honda Magna 250S? Yeah, so we just pull it up here. You can see that in these ones here. The normal Honda Magna was from 1994 to 2006, and then they brought out for 1 year only the Honda Magna 250S. You can see the slight differences in the rear back panel and the exhaust. So it's a bit more rare, something different. Colours is the mainstay one, so you can see the colour there is different to the black that they usually came out with. A very nice bike, very low kilometers, will look good to clean. These tires are actually completely cracked on these ones, but we have got brand new tires that will be on the bike for sale. And we've had a problem with the number here. It should be bike 42, but nonetheless it's a Yamaha Serra 225 black 2002, very sought after bike as well, for the right reasons. Great engine, perfect on-road and off-road, so people really seem to like them. So that's it. That's all the bikes. I'm conscious I'm at 23 minutes, so that was a very long video, exceptionally long video, really, to be honest. So I might put some timestamps in the description on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, just kind of skip through, I guess. So yeah, so this is our first year. We've just teamed up with SME Finance, so all the bikes you see on the brochure here will be finance viable. So just get in contact with us and we can go straight to SME Finance and get your bike financed for you, no problem. There's just a couple of reasons why you should buy from us, opposing to anyone else. We're just a very small company, just myself and my father. And we're very, very passionate about bikes, as you can see from our Facebook page, and even the work that we put into something like this, a brochure. We're also Ireland's fastest growing used motorcycle company, with one of the largest Facebook pages where we interact with all of our users regularly. So any questions that we have, we answer extremely quickly. I think we're quite a modern company with the videos that we do all the time with our sales of the bikes. Every bike that we sell, no matter if it's €100 or 50,000 euros, the bike will get a video going over the conditions of the bike. We're very transparent at what we do. If there are scrapes, if it isn't running perfect, if it's not absolutely mint, then we won't say it is. We'll go over the bike as it is, point out any marks on the bike and any things you should be concerned with. We're not here to cover up anything. We're here for you to have a good time and for us to have a good time as well. And also that each and every bike is hand-picked by us in Japan, so that they get the highest quality bikes we can, as well as Japan's climate, with strict speed limits and tradition of looking after their bikes, makes our bikes, we think, one of the best in Ireland. And then this is my father, the owner of Retro Bikes Dublin, and he's ridden bikes since he was 13 in his back garden, and made his passion into work in 2016. And since then he's sold over 300 bikes with seller reviews, which can be seen on our Facebook page as well as our Google page that we have. We do. Alan was also in the motor trade for well over 25 years as well before this, in cars, before transitioning over to bikes. So he's well versed in how all of this works too. So if you're looking to secure a bike that you've seen on this, if you've even made it to the end of this 26 minutes, so it's just a €250 deposit on any of the bikes that we take immediately. We send you an invoice for the bike. €250 deposit has to be paid to secure the bike, and then upon inspection of the bike, you can then make a decision whether you really want it or not, and then go for the bike or not. Just as well, so you've seen somebody go through. They've about 10 bikes already that have been secured this way with the €250 deposit, or some people have even given us more, just because they feel it's easier for them to give a larger amount now and then pay off again in the future. And if you want any questions, just contact us on our Facebook page or email, or the phone number here. It's given retrobikesdublin@gmail.com, or the phone number at the bottom right hand of your screen here. And also note is that when the bikes arrive, there'll probably be up to €150 price rise on the bikes itself from the brochure prices due to advertising costs and other costs related to devoting our time to putting them up on Done Deal on Facebook and so on. So you should grab yourself a deal if you're looking for a bike. Now's the time. And then just to confirm it again, if the bike is secured with a deposit from the brochure price will stand. So you're not going to be given the hiked up price, of course. And so that's it. That's the full brochure now. If you made it to the end of 28 minutes of pure joy, I commend you. We're expecting the bikes in around the 25th of May, but that will be confirmed, so about 20 days from now, or 19 days from now. We do think it's one of our best shipments. Lots of varied and interesting bikes in there. And we hope you enjoyed our F shipment from Japan, which will be our 5th. And again, just our email and phone number down the bottom of the page if you need to get in contact with us. Also, if you want the brochure at all, just again get onto our Facebook page, Retro Bikes Dublin, and we'll send it off to you, no problem, through your email. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this 30-minute video, I commend you. You're really interested in bikes. But that's it.